I really like Henry Cavill as an actor, and I get that not everyone else is going to like him. I can accept that because people are different and like different things, but some individuals on social media can't stand the fact that sometimes people get popular they don't like, and someone who has been very salty on social media trying to get Henry Cavill cancelled is the failed G4TV host Frosk. She decided to make very vague statements about him dating a younger but still consenting adult, and also Gina Carano, and has gotten absolutely roasted for it. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So she has gotten absolutely roasted for her posts, but she started it off with saying Henry Cavill said some very questionable things around Me Too and dated a 19-year-old as a 30-plus-year-old. Seeing people throw themselves at his feet for The Witcher is weird. The show is whatever at best. So, it's fine, again, if you dislike Henry Cavill. It's natural, we all like and dislike different people. But what is her point here? She found it more important to point out the ages of two legal consenting adults having a relationship that went on for about a year, but I feel like after all of the controversy surrounding their relationship, one of them just wanted out because of how much heat they were taking, which is terrible since, again, two adults should be together if they want to be, but instead of actually pointing out the questionable things he said, she simply calls them controversial. Now, I think I know what she is referring to because she specifies around Me Too and around the time he was dating this 19-year-old Tara, I believe her name was, but this is the only thing I could find, and this was Henry Cavill criticized for Me Too comments, and this was 2018, okay? She's still holding on to this. But he had said stuff has to change absolutely in regards to Me Too. There's something wonderful about a man chasing a woman. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to be called a rapist or something. Now you can't really pursue someone further than no. It's like, okay, cool, but then there's the, oh, why'd you give up? And it's like, well, because I didn't want to go to jail. And when he said this, I remember everybody thinking that it was hilarious because it's true. There are still a lot of women out there, most women, I'm sure, who want to be wooed, who want to be chased, who want to see someone fighting for them. But it's like in this day and age, as a man, it must be very difficult because, of course, you don't want someone to accuse you of stalking them, of chasing them, of doing something bad. Now, the only way that I really could see this being controversial is if Frosk is viewing it as an admission of guilt from him. Like she's reading his words as, I'm afraid someone's going to find out something bad I did or accuse me, which is just so wrong. If I was a very successful man, yeah, I would probably be afraid of dating women in Hollywood too, because a lot of them are actresses. They lie for a living. I know that there are still some decent human beings in Hollywood, but a lot of them are pretty garbage, let's be honest. I would be afraid of dating someone who could lie to try and ruin my career because I broke up with them. Very similar to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. Humans are not the nicest if we haven't already noticed, and we like revenge. I don't see his statement as being problematic or controversial at all. He simply wanted to protect himself and his career and reputation, and he was asked what he thought about the Me Too movement. It's not like he came out and said it's fake, it's BS, it's terrible, all these women are lying. He didn't say anything like that. That would be more controversial, I think, even though I personally think a lot of the Me Too movement is bullshit, but it's not like he said that. I can accept when my viewpoint might be a little more controversial. Henry Cavill most certainly doesn't really say anything that's controversial, but Frosk is no stranger to controversy, clearly. But she decided to Go the extra mile and make some more posts. Somebody said every response here just self-reporting that they only care about what's legal and not what's moral. Who are you to tell someone what is moral and what is not to them? If they want to date someone who is legal, a consenting adult, then that shouldn't be a problem. If they're comfortable with it, why are you criticizing their relationship? But she decided to say it is big yikes energy. I just discovered he also dated her. And of course, she brought up Gina Carano because Gina Carano did date Henry Cavill for a couple of years. This is absolutely hilarious to me because Frosk knows that saying things like this, attacking people like Henry Cavill, Gina Carano, is going to cause controversy. She reminds me so much of Anita Sarkeesian. It's crazy because Anita, every few months, will say something controversial because she knows that people will retweet it and be mad at her and talk about it. She is desperate for attention, just like Anita. And so she decided to bring up Gina Carano, Henry Cavill. She probably knew originally that she wanted to talk about Gina Carano and bring up this article before she even made the tweets. But people, of course, instantly started roasting her over both of these posts. I mean, she's got 813 likes on her original to 3,170 comments, so clearly people do not agree with her opinion. Heading on over to the comments, people are just roasting her, posting memes of ratio, I'm doing my part, POV when an aging woman loses all value. They will always attack younger women and the men they lost them to who now hold all the value. Somebody said, coming from someone who tanked an entire channel, which is true. Frosk definitely played a massive part in the tanking of G4TV. Now, after she had posted the I survived meme after most of her co-workers at G4 got fired, I lost any respect that I had for her, but she's just making herself look worse and worse, and she hasn't posted that she's found another network to go work for or another job or anything, which, I mean, I'm not celebrating the fact that she doesn't have a job right now, but clearly she didn't survive like she expected she would. The ratio's on this tweet about to get very interesting, and it's true. She knew that she was going to get ratioed. She knew that she was going to face backlash and heat for this, but she still did it anyway because she is desperate for those sweet, sweet social media clicks. Why are you perpetually angry? Lashing out at people because you are jealous and or just a hateful human being isn't healthy. Get off the internet, join a church, or get into therapy ASAP. I mean, people are just being savage against Frosk. I don't know if she'll make any other controversial posts like this in the near future. I'm sure she will at some point because even before she joined G4, controversy was her thing. It's what got her clicks. She's always done it for years and years and years. But it's very clearly an intentional post. She knew what she was doing with this. She knew that she was going to get people angry, and ultimately she got a massive ratio for it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.